If you live near a bayou in the Houston area, you are keeping a close eye on those water levels.
We know all too well there's a risk for flooding with any storm, and Beryl was no different. Right now, Katira Winfrey joins us live from the Maryland area near Brays Bayou. Katira, you've been talking to homeowners out there.
Yes, I have been talking to homeowners, and they said this retention pond that's under construction right now has been able to take absorb some of the water flow out of Brays Bayou. But I'll step out of the way. Just driving down this street, you can see all of the mud in the street from the water that spilled out of this retention pond from Brays Bayou. But as you can see, the water levels have gone down. Now, people I spoke to who lived here during Harvey said this was nothing in comparison to Harvey, but they were watching the water closely. They say the retention ponds under construction do support the flow of water, but they say they were actually shocked to see the water reach the sidewalks in a weather event they say moved so quickly. Now, throughout the neighborhood, you'll also see signs of wind damage with trees knocked over and lots of leaves and branches in the street. And while the flooding was kept at bay this time, residents say it's important to not lose sight and keep doing work to ensure the bayous and retention ponds do better jobs. Here's what one person had to say.
You know, with a storm that was not supposed to be like a Harvey, you know, kind of more wind-centric versus flood, I'd say there was a lot more water on the street than I was comfortable with. Because if we had a storm that was, you know, even close to Harvey, I'd be, definitely nervous about water coming up.
And power outages were another issue for people living in the neighborhood. They were out there earlier in the day trying to clean up while the weather was still cool. Things are starting to warm up a little bit right now. But back out here at the retention pond, there are also several apartments located right here. And I've had several people come out and tell me they are also without power, but they are grateful. That's the only thing they're having to battle with right now. For now, reporting live in Houston, Katira Winfrey, KHOU 11 News.
Good to see those bayous handling all that water. Katira, thank you.